Hey guys, it's Tim, and today we're going to be reacting to 911 calls that will give you the chills, real disturbing 911 calls number 37. This is a reaction request. I think I've listened to one other video that had 911 calls. I can't remember the exact video, but it really freaked me out and made me very uncomfortable. So I am looking forward to this one. Let's get right into it. And we are just going to skip your announcement. I'm so sorry.
Lindsay Nicole Blansett was raising two of her children.
Shit,
her
that's
son Caleb
loud.
and daughter Cadence as a single mom. In 2014, She was down on her luck, paying bills was stressful, and she could not afford to buy her children Christmas presents.
Oh, don't tell me you killed them.
2 years then. Her ex-husband, Clint, worked in Wellington. They had tried to reconcile, but things just didn't work out. Her financial situation was taking a toll on her, and Clint wanted her to tend to her mental health. Lindsay admitted she was depressed during that period. In December 2014, she started to go to church service where she became obsessed with verses from the book of Genesis. She did not know whether certain verses were coming from God or the devil. She started to think that the terrorist 9/11 bombings were God's way of saving his people from a future of suffering. She couldn't sleep nor eat. She was getting increasingly paranoid. She once overheard Caleb talking in his sleep about Clint, and her paranoia morphed into thoughts that Clint and his friends were after the children. She also started to think that Clint was out to get her and end her life.
Oh my gosh, she killed him, huh?
Her mental state began to deteriorate until December 14th arrived, and Lindsay committed an act she will never recover from. That night, Lindsay stabbed Caleb in the chest and beat him with a stone.
Oh my gosh.
Caleb woke up during the attack to ask his mother to stop hurting him.
Oh,
Lindsay's 9-year-old daughter
gosh.
also got up and asked her mother to stop. And all Lindsay said was she was saving Caleb because something bad was about to happen, so it was better for Caleb to pass away and go to heaven where he would be safe.
What the fuck?
After ending Caleb's life, Lindsay dialed 911.
Center K 911.
Hi, this is Nicole Blansett. I just stabbed my son.
I'm sorry?
I just stabbed my son. I thought somebody was coming in to get us.
Okay, where are you at?
I'm at 902.
I could not stay calm during this. I would be freaking out, which is why I can never be a 911 operator.
Is he still conscious?
No.
And that's West 7th and Wellington?
Yeah.
Where'd you stab him at?
Oh my gosh.
Several times I thought somebody was coming in.
Are you kidding?
Clint has done nothing but threaten me, and...
And you said your name's Nicole?
Yes.
Hey, Nicole, phone number for your area code first? That's a 911 number,
I don't know
isn't
what it is. It's just on 911.
Okay. Hold on line for me.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
Yeah, you just killed your own son, you freaking psycho. No, you don't deserve to get out of jail. What?
You have to live with that. Oh, God. What?
Oh my gosh.
What? I was... Because I thought I was saving him from the pain that was coming.
Nicole, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Is he breathing?
I can feel his heartbeat barely.
Okay. How old is he?
This is making me very uncomfortable.
That's it. Okay, sorry. What is that? That's 10-4. Nicole?
Yeah.
I know you gave it to me. Spell your last name for me.
Blancett.
Okay.
I'm having a nervous breakdown, and I went and stayed the night somewhere else with the kids last night, and they were... And I just felt like people were coming in to get us, and I was scared that...
Okay, is your front door open, the porch light on?
No, the porch light... Oh, hold on.
Oh my gosh, are those the sirens?
37, okay.
The first police officer to arrive
And then
found
you
that
have
the
this
house was
fucking music
dark.
in the background.
Inside, Cadence was crying. Looking at Lindsay, the police officer could tell something was not quite right. Lindsay
no
went on
shit.
talking about how Caleb was going to be treated like a dog and how she had to save her son from people coming to get her. At Lindsay's trial, her defense attorney argued that she was mentally ill when she took Caleb's life. Her defense called a psychologist who conducted tests on Lindsay and concluded that she had shown symptoms of bipolar disorder, which ran in her family. The defense also put forward a note that Lindsay had written 2 days before killing Caleb. The note read, "Please love them with all your heart and don't let them forget me." Lindsay got sentenced to 25 years to life for murdering Caleb. If it was not for her mental condition when she committed the crime, her sentence would have likely been heavier.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's something
Curtis
you're going to
Kurt
live
Mitchell
with
was
for
a
the rest of your
musician who
life.
played the guitar. In 2015, he was living in the basement of Tanya Tondak, who was well known as the owner of Tanya's Soup Kitchen. Tanya was letting Kurt live in her basement out of compassion, but wanted him out. Kurt had spent some time taking advantage of the kindness of others, living from basement to basement.
Oh my gosh, did you kill
He
her?
also had a drinking problem. Tanya eventually sat Kurt down and asked him to move out of her home. One thing led to another, and they argued about Kurt moving out several days after Tanya initially asked him to leave. On that occasion, Tanya wound up slapping him. At the time, Kurt was not on good terms with a few of his friends. One particular friend named Michael Carmody, who was also friends with Tanya, considered Kurt to be his brother. However, by June, when Kurt was meant to be making preparations to leave Tanya's house, he threatened Michael, telling him that he would gut him with a pocket knife.
What the fuck?
During this confrontation, Kurt was so angry that his face was purple. Another local business owner called Cos Clegg was warned about Kurt and sought a protective order against him due to some of Kurt's online posts. Apparently, he wanted to set her business on fire, and she was advised to take his threats seriously. Kurt's friends wanted to help him out, but were afraid of his temperament. On June 3rd, Kurt was sitting with Tanya when he finally snapped and attacked
Sorry,
her.
the light just
He
flashed.
punched her, strangled her, and tied her
What
up.
the fuck?
He then took her to the basement and locked her up in a small storage space for 24 hours. Tanya's friends started to worry about her after she didn't turn up to work and was not reachable online. The police went over to Tanya's house on the 4th of June and found Kurt sitting on the front porch. He told the police that Tanya had gone to a friend's house. Shortly after the police left, he called 911.
Sedgwick County 911, what city is your emergency?
Hi, my name is Kurt Mitchell, and I am at 236 South Minneapolis.
Okay, 236 North Minneapolis, I'm sorry, South Minneapolis.
Yes, South Minneapolis.
What phone number you're calling from?
You just had some officers come by, and they were looking for a missing person,
Okay.
and they probably need to get back over here because I have murdered her.
I'm sorry, you've done what?
I've killed her.
Hang on a second.
I'm going to go out and sit on the porch, and I think they're probably in close proximity. I have no weapons, and I intend no harm to anyone. It happened last night. It was kind of a crime of passion.
Who is this girl?
Her name is Tanya Tandock.
How do you know her?
We were roommates and for a short time involved.
Okay, hang on 1 second for me, okay?
Yep.
Oh my
Kurt was charged with
gosh.
first-degree murder.
Yeah.
An autopsy later found that Tanya died as a result of blunt force trauma. Other details soon emerged about Tanya after she was murdered. One interesting one is that she was married to another local musician, and on June 2nd, she had a split with him. So how could she have been in a romantic relationship with Kurt, who maintained that Tanya was his girlfriend? In fact, Tanya's friends state that Kurt was not in a relationship with her, and that she had truly wanted him out of her house for a while. During Kurt's trial, he pleaded guilty to murdering Tanya. He was sentenced to 50 years in prison and was relatively calm when the
Good.
sentence was read out in court. His trial took less than 2 weeks. Kurt's attorney had stated that from the moment he took up the case, Kurt was determined to serve his time and pay for what he did. Despite this, his friends were not impressed with his politeness and maintained that their focus was on mourning the passing of their friend,
Absolutely.
on
Oh
spreading
my
awareness
gosh.
about violence against women. I appreciate you all checking out this video, and make sure you download.
Oh my gosh, listening to a real 911 call is very uncomfortable, and I feel like on some level it's not okay to be listening to these calls. That was 911 calls that will give you the chills number 37. Oh my goodness. You got to be careful who you trust. You never know when someone is just going to snap and absolutely lose their shit and end up murdering you. I feel so bad for these people. Let me know what you guys thought down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So bye. This is not okay.